Come on board as we travel in the LIDO space probe to explore the planets after Mars. The terrain up ahead is a little rocky. We have reached the asteroid belt. Asteroids are small rocky objects that orbit the Sun. Although asteroids orbit the Sun like planets, they are much smaller than planets. These asteroids orbit the Sun in its place between Mars and Jupiter. The few that do end up coming close to Earth are near-Earth objects. Meteoroids are smaller asteroids. When meteoroids enter Earth's atmosphere at high speed and burn up, the fireballs or shooting stars are called meteors. When a meteoroid survives a trip through the atmosphere and hits the ground, it's called a meteoroid. We are at Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system. 11 Earths could fit across Jupiter's equator. If Earth were the size of a grape, Jupiter would be the size of a basketball. It appears to have a giant red eye called the Great Red Spot, a massive storm that has been swirling wildly over Jupiter's skies for the last 150 years, maybe even much longer than that. With tumultuous winds going up to 400 miles per hour, the Great Red Spot has been raging for at least as long as humans have had telescopes, which is already more than 400 years. The next planet is famous for its rings, Saturn. Saturn's ring system is the most extensive and complex in the solar system, extending hundreds of thousands of kilometers from the planet. Saturn has 53 known moons with an additional 9 moons awaiting confirmation of their discovery. That is a total of 62 moons. It almost feels like it has its own little solar system. Next up is Uranus. Uranus was the first planet to be discovered with the help of a telescope. The other planets closer to the Sun are visible to the naked eye from the Earth. Like Venus, Uranus rotates from east to west. But Uranus is unique in that it rotates on its side and appears to roll along its orbit around the Sun. Neptune is our furthest neighbor in the solar system. It was the first planet whose existence was predicted before it was actually observed. It's made of a thick soup of water, ammonia, and methane over an Earth-sized solid center. Besides these are other interesting bodies that are not planets but are part of our solar system. Dwarf planets are astronomical bodies that are too large to be classified as asteroids and too small to be classified as planets. Perhaps the most famous among these is the former planet Pluto. It was considered the 9th planet of the solar system before it was stripped of this status in 2006. Comets orbit the Sun just like planets and asteroids do, except a comet usually has a very elongated orbit. They are cosmic snowballs of frozen gases, rock, and dust that orbit the Sun. When their orbits bring them close to the Sun, sunlight causes gas and dust from the comet to create a long and beautiful tail. Some tails reach 160 million kilometers long and can be seen from the Earth. But their orbits take decades, if not centuries, to come around. Well, our LIDO space probe has reached the edge of our solar system, and that's the end of this ride. I hope you had fun.